Guys connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.
So do you think that Diddy was like, hey, listen, I would like to visit your kitty cat. Can you bring your litter box to where I'm at so that
I can scratch it.
So I can scratch it. Is that? I mean, is that? You think that's what he said? And she was like, "Okay, just send me a ticket."
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly verbatim what happened. I can guarantee it.
I mean,
There's no other way you can say it. I'm sorry.
I tried.
I would love to see that transcript where he's saying that.
Yo, I got a real question. So since Diddy got caught up the way he did, and he's in that next level bracket of people that have, you know, multi-millions or damn near billions, and this is what they do, fly people out. What do you think is going to change amongst that class of people moving forward since Diddy got caught up?
You got to bring your own money.
They won't talk about kitty cats anymore.
You just got to buy your own ticket.
You gonna try to be safer?
Yes, you have to buy your own
the
ticket.
money my man wire you.
Word.
And then they'll cash app the money back to you.
Every rich person feels invincible until
Oh,
they
sorry,
get
not
caught.
cash app.
You can
Sorry.
trace it. You can trace
Yes,
it.
there'll be cash exchange later behind
paper
closed
trail.
doors.
So that's what I'll do. That's what
Yes.
I'll do. I mean, that's what they'll do.
Yeah,
That's what they'll do.
He said that's what I'll do. I'm
The
telling
problem is they don't think
Calling
they'll
Liz
ever
right
get
now.
caught.
But listen, I flew my wife out, so does that count?
you. Here we go.
I'm not even being funny. I'm not going into detail. I'm
You know
just saying.
damn well that don't count, bro.
That
But I mean, I
that's,
had
that,
But listen,
Just so you know,
I had
his wife is my aunt.
expectations.
that's fine.
That's why he says stuff
Was
like
that
this.
why we call you something nephew?
No,
Okay,
he is
got it.
my nephew though.
I know.
But
I
no,
feel like
but-
we've met y'all before.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, not being funny. There was expectation, but I flew her out. So does that count though?
Nah,
Because
that's
technically, it's the same
You know that
situation.
How long
count,
y'all been
bro.
married?
We've been married 19 years.
No. The answer is no.
I hope they replace your vegan cheese with real cheese and you doodle on yourself.
Yo, I seen this video earlier that was called EITC. It was an Earned Income Tax Credit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's something about there's a check waiting for all of them.
Yeah, I seen something yesterday.
I almost figured that out. I got 3.
Yeah, your taxes should be chunky.
Well, no, it's about it's not the end of the year tax. It's like I got.
I know I watched it. It wasn't about the end of the year tax.
No,
It was, I watched
Earned
it.
Income Tax Credit.
That's for your taxes. Yeah, it's for the kid. You get $2,000 per kid.
You ain't get to the part where you're talking about 20,000 and all that.
I mean, that
There's
might be how
something.
much you get. My son got 18, so
How many kids he got?
4.
I think it's like 2,000 a kid.
Yeah, but they stop after 3, and then you get like I don't know. It's weird. My
I
wife
gotta
used to
figure
do
that out.
taxes, bro.
That made me want to buy a house.
Yeah.
So
That
I sent
flip
that
was
in the
crazy.
group chat, though, if y'all want to watch that video.
Yeah, that flip was crazy. Do we have a waitress, or do we got to get up and go get the drink?
What are you looking for?
I need another shot of rye.
No,
and,
you don't.
First of all,
Okay.
last time I checked, I was 40 years old. That's the last
Oh,
time
you
I
gonna-
checked.
Because all
Alright,
you do
yeah.
is work.
My shit is
Hey.
cats,
Yo,
nigga.
can I put this video
Yeah,
to the mic?
$6,000. Now, DJ,
I got you a
retroactive
a
for 3 years.
bartender to
Cat,
come over
cat.
and talk to you.
where do you go to get that?
His name is Sean.
Us?
Please be nice to him and order what you'd like.
Are Vita sites with the IRS?
One sec. Do what you gotta do.
Ask Sean for what you'd like. I grabbed his attention just for you.
I know, that's what I'm talking to. Why didn't you tell me?
Or there's Laura. Hey, say hi to Laura. Hi. Laura can also get you something.
A shot of rye and a Corona. Thank you, sir.
This is Laura.
We met Laura.
I feel like I've met her somewhere at some point in time.
Yo, that sun is crazy on my neck right now, bro.
Hope just don't melt.
I got to be a redneck.
So
What?
Dev, you gonna
Sun's crazy on my neck.
you gonna introduce that video?
Yeah, this is the
is it?
video I was talking about, the EITC. And what else? I'm gonna just play it because he explained it well.
It's the Earned Income Tax Credit.
Every week, about the lights don't come on by themselves. Let's walk through the family budget. What does it cost for us to live? Let's buy that house in the hood. DA-HOD. Buy it by the worst house on the best block. Buy buy it, rehab it.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Just qualify for EITC. If somebody says, what's that? All of you just hook that person up with a check. Because all you do is work and have children, in this example, and the government owes you, in this example, about $6,000. Now, DJ, it's retroactive for 3 years.
Where do you go to get that?
Us, or the federal government, or VITA sites with the IRS, or your tax pro. But most people who have a working income don't have a tax pro, so you don't even know. $20 billion a year goes back to the federal government every year because poor and working class people don't ask for the money that is already allocated for you. And the policymakers in Washington know you're not going to ask for it, and they get the political credit for approving it and then reallocate that to something in their district because they know you're not going to claim it.
Well, you're not going to ask for it because you don't have the information.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we're changing that today. So in this example, if you've never filed for EITC, Earned Income Tax Credit, in this example, you got a check for almost $20,000. You take that $20,000, you then use it as a down payment on that house I just mentioned, right? We're going to get your credit score up at Operation Hope, 54 points to 100 points. We're going to get your debt down $3,800. We're going to get your savings up through budgeting $2,000. You don't need to go to Starbucks 3 times a week. Go use a Keurig machine, right? You shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. It's going to kill you anyway, right? So let's just change. That's $6,000 a year. You smoke and go to Starbucks every week. That's $6,000 a year. You're making $36,000 a year. Help me with the math. That's almost 20% of your income. 2 ways to make money. Make more or spend less.
So I guess the point of that video was there's a different form to fill out for that. You know what I mean? So how many kids you got, Jake? 2? I don't know. He said 3 for like the base, but I would look into it. 'Cause apparently we owe some money that we ain't ever applied for. Because we get forms, we fill out our regular I-9s or W-4s or whatever like that. But that's EITC, Earned Income Tax Credit, a whole different form that you have to apply for.
If you go to H&R Block, they do that for you.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm going to have to do that this year. I'm going to have to see about that. Because if I'm missing money, I need all that to spend back. Yeah, I need all that. So that's for everybody with.
Yeah, there's no cap. You should be getting like 10, 11, 12, 13,000
I ain't
a year.
seen that yet.
You can actually go back to your last few tax returns, and you can see if it was applied to those, and then you'd know for certain, so no one can get you for tax fraud.
Okay.
I got 1 kid, and my wife gets all the tax money.
Same, but if she can get more, then that's beautiful.
True that, but we in a different tax bracket. I just be glad I don't have to pay.
I'm trying to do that before mine hit.
Word, I just don't want to have to pay. That's all I be worried. And I'm pretty sure there is a lot of different things like that. The government funding is a real slippery slope, and they talk about, and I don't want to bring up Trump because I ain't trying to go there, but just in the simple fact of how he was able to not pay taxes for so long. There's so many different loopholes in a lot of different things, so I wouldn't be surprised.
First of all,
that's why I didn't want to go there.
I want to tell you, I'm a smart businessman.
No, he just has very good accountants.
For sure. Oh, and he's a pro. That helps.
Oh, that always helps, but very good accountants always help.
But I think with all those different loopholes, there's always money out there allocated. When they talk about when they were going through the thing where they were trying to cut down spending and they were saying, oh, they're paying $1,000 for a toilet in a governmental building. You don't really know what that money was really allocated for. They might be trying to hide some type of governmental spending and what they're really trying to do by using it as a toilet. So
that's some Don King type shit too.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised. And and it wasn't even, and that didn't start with Trump. Obama, all your favorite presidents was doing that.
But they highlighted big time with Trump though. They wasn't talking about none of that stuff with any old presidents, to my recollection.
Well, I think, and I'm not trying to get into a debate about it, but I think a lot of things. I'm just saying I think a lot of it has to do with presentation. I think a lot of times you can get away with a lot of things how you present it. Now, if you try to present it and throw it in somebody's face, then they're going to look at you a little more and they're going to dive a little more deeper. Now, if you're doing things to please the people and people are okay, they're then it's not that. But if you're saying, but you can't say these people are wasting all your money over here and then draw your attention over there, but then you and your people are collecting money from the government over here.
Right.
And I think that's the hardest part with him is the simple fact of, you found all this money that was so loose, right? But then you and Elon made 100 and some million. Elon
Billion.
he made like $1 billion in the first 4 months of Trump being president.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so you cut all the spending from over here, but then y'all made this money? That sounds crazy.
You know
It's illegal.
what's even crazier though is listening to the way you talk about it and millions of others. It's all entertainment that you ain't got no control over at this
Facts.
point. You know what I'm saying? So right
At the
now,
end of the day.
is at the end of the day, bro. So I mean, it's what type of energy does a person want to actually give into it?
Yeah, the only thing
versus what is it even in your span of control?
I'm gonna learn about.
So the only thing the only real opinion that I have on all of it that I'm willing to talk about is the simple fact of with my disability being on Social Security and then being a diabetic and taking a different medication. So when he does that, and then I have to announce too from the governmental cuts, they cut my school program. So they cut my school program. So I'm not going to be able to be back in the school next year because they cut my program. So, I mean, I talk about stuff that affects me, you know what I mean? And so, and I only can speak to Trump because this is what he's doing. So I'm not going to, I can't say Obama this or this person that because I didn't experience that under somebody else. So
it wasn't directed toward you.
Yeah, no.
It's just the populace in general.
Yeah, not for me. It's not personal. I don't know that man. You know what I'm saying? If I can figure out how to not pay taxes, motherfucker, I wouldn't pay taxes either. I ain't mad. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But I'm not running for president. I'm not trying to be. I think with certain let's say titles come certain respectful responsibilities. So if you expectations,
Like
there you go.
Spider-Man.
Because it's like so all men sin, right? We know that. But if every Friday night you see your pastor at the bar pulling hoes, taking hoes home, are you gonna go to his church on Sunday morning?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him how he did it.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because I mean, realistically, that's the same type of situation. When you have a man who's saying, "Don't pay your taxes, don't do this, don't do that," and this is what I'm not doing, but then he wants you to do the same thing, then that just creates a double standard of expectation. So for me, like I said, it's not personal, but when it affects me directly is when I have a problem with the situations, and you're cutting Medicaid, you're cutting programs that are benefiting the kids. So pretty soon, what about all the kids? We got free lunch when we was little. What if we couldn't get free lunch
That
back in the
should be
day?
required.
You see what I'm saying? And those are the
because that was a different.
and those are the
time,
programs,
way different time.
and that's the stuff that he's cutting. So some of these kids aren't gonna. Some kids can't afford to not get school lunch. So if he's cutting all that funding and now kids can't get school lunch, that's fucked up.
That's tough.
Because with big business like that, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
If you're required to go to school, they make you make your kid go to school. They
Right.
should have to.
They should
pay.
provide. Should be required to provide
Gotta
lunch.
start some shit.
Period.
Yeah, I agree.
What y'all talking about? The whole Trump?
Bill.
A little bit of it.
What did I miss?
Talking about school lunch
He
right
got
now.
his.
We were just talking about him
school
dodging
funding
tax.
cut for his program.
Yeah.
They canceled my program for the school from
Sorry
budget
they
cuts.
canceled your
When did they do
program.
that? Because
I got an
With
email.
that big, beautiful bill?
I got an email on Monday.
the bill just came out. What you mean? What that?
My program. I'm just saying my program got cut from funding.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of the bill.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't say nothing about the bill. I was just saying
you
because.
tied it to the bill. Just
Yeah.
I'm glad you
I
asked
thought
that, 'cause
that's
I'm
what it
just-
Well, I didn't say nothing about no bill. I just said
no,
from
we was talking
governmental
about Trump. We was
cutbacks.
talking about Trump, and you tied it into Trump.
Yeah.
I was just saying from governmental cutbacks because it's just like me and Kurt, we had an opportunity because of the earlier governmental cutbacks that funding got cut too. So that's all. I'm not saying nothing about no bill. I'm just saying there's been a lot of governmental cutbacks with a lot of different situations. You know what I mean? And the Medicaid and all those different
Under
situations
Trump administration.
under the Trump administration. I'm not saying the bill. I can't speak on that. I'm just saying cutbacks in general.
Gotcha. I thought he was talking about the bill.
Yeah, nah, I can't say nothing about the bill. I'm just saying about the cutbacks with Medicaid and stuff like that. That's affecting a lot of the schools and the stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you work in early childhood?
No, I run a mentoring program for elementary and middle school kids here in Elmira.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry that got cut. But, if we get rid of a lot of the supplementary programs that help people that are on the fringe, so to speak, that means that people are easier to control when they don't have the education that they should be getting.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
all
city
the
could
point, too.
definitely use
It's all a plan.
And this city definitely needs some. I mean, I raised my kids in the city. They graduated from Elmira High School.
What you
and-
mean your kids? How old are you, girl? You look like you 15. What the hell?
Facts.
Thank you. I am older than I look.
Wow.
Yeah, they say black don't crack, but Asians.
Did he ask a grown woman her age
They
on
age.
camera?
Oh yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
age
Well,
better
I
than
didn't
us.
answer.
Well,
I feel you, son, because I'm like,
and again,
didn't you just graduate out this motherfucker?
word up. If you get offended, it's probably because you have an insecurity with your age. That's what's beneath that. And obviously,
Oh, no.
she doesn't have any insecurity at all. I didn't know that you were
Wow, me neither.
older.
Oh, yeah,
Not
my
older,
children
but you
are
know
in
what
their
I mean, man.
20s.
Get the fuck. What?
So you're our age then?
Yes. I'm sorry. I
but-
love the look of shock that
But
just
you look your age,
came
fire.
came through the group.
I would too if I had to raise Janisha. I feel you.
Now we're not gonna do that.
What the hell was we talking about before she said that?
I don't know, but I
Oh, we were
need to-
talking about education.
All the programs
the
being created, how
government
Elmira
cutbacks.
needs those kind
See,
of
before I
programs.
was like, she always got something to say. Like she been around.
Yeah,
she was
right.
just born like 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Word.
You're wise, very wise.
Well, thank you. I am gonna pretend I am 22 and I'm super wise.
There's a lot of other stuff besides the Trump stuff that we can talk about though.
Now, the reason why I
We
asked
should
is
talk about
because
getting that pizza off the microphone.
there was
I feel like you had a list.
that's what was
Yeah.
on it. That's why I asked, because what are the pros and cons of the bill that he passed? Because there's benefits.
I would love to hear the benefits.
Well,
I haven't heard any
they still
benefits.
protect children at risk, seniors, vulnerable children, seniors, and something at risk.
So I know as a small business owner, I have benefits. There'll be benefits with the way that I'm taxed. So I'll be able to keep more of my money.
Dope.
I can't speak for individuals that don't operate small businesses, but I do know that there is a benefit in it for me. You know what I mean? And to
Something
me,
about the tips.
that makes a lot. Now, well, if I get tips, but
No,
when
not you. I was.
yeah, there isn't a tax on tips up to like what was it, 12,000?
Cash. By the way, if it's only no tax on cash tips.
So not credit card.
Only cash?
Only cash tips.
Don't you get to claim it on your
Only
your-
if you
your
claim
taxes?
that. Anyone who has ever worked in the industry, you guys tell me how many cash tips.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yes, it is only cash tips.
Because
That you don't get taxed on?
Yes.
yeah. And like she said, who claims cash tips? Because if you work in the industry, if you claim it, you got to pay taxes on that. So they would probably just pocket it.
So that was like a redundant ass thing to do.
So
Pretty
it sounds
much,
like it's
yeah.
really good for everybody.
But it's been
However,
happening.
if you never worked in the industry, you're like, yeah, no taxes on cash tips.
I haven't been claiming them anyway, so
Right.
I never knew that.
I will never call anyone out in the industry that they don't claim them. I tell everyone to claim all of your cash.
There you go. CYA.
Rybar
Yes.
operates 100%.
Oh, let me play.
But there was an overtime thing too, right, Cap?
Yeah.
Supposed to be no tax on overtime.
No tax
That's
on.
a beautiful
But the thing
thing.
is, it's still going to come out of your check. But when you do your taxes,
Get it back.
you'll get that back.
Yeah. that
Yes,
is
because
physical.
anyone from during COVID, where they said no federal taxes coming out of your paycheck,
Yeah.
everyone just had to pay them back
Right.
Later.
with this past tax return.
Are you good at taxes?
No, my husband does taxes though. He does mine.
Okay. Got a lot of insight.
I mean, when you own a
Well,
business, you gotta,
I mean,
that's
I
stuff you
also
know.
work at I
In the
help
industry.
manage a business, and
Yeah, right.
you know, I have to know those things. When they're like, "Hey, why do you know why I'm not getting tax return back?" And I'll be like, "Oh, if you didn't have federal taxes taken out of your paycheck
Yeah.
back during COVID when the first Trump administration." And then the IRS is like, "Oh no, you actually do owe those."
Okay.
Shit, they still catching people from them PPP loans too.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was
they
crazy.
are.
Yeah, they got a long list.
Hey, that was bad
Oh,
publicity for black people.
Yeah.
Everybody
I mean-
that got caught that I saw, bro, was somebody black. I was like, damn,
Nah,
guys,
I mean-
you got to do
Bye,
better than that,
Shit,
man.
for people, period. Because there was a few people that tried to convince me to do a PPP loan. None of them were black, right? But they were business owners. And I was like, I don't have any employees, so I'm not even fucking with it. Oh, you can still do it. You can. I say, yo, that shit does not sit well with me. Granted,
Smart.
I could have benefited from the money, but I didn't do it. And
could've
now
employed
people,
me,
now people getting knocked off.
Yeah,
Tuition,
for real.
man.
Yeah.
Right back.
I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but one individual was a brother and was like, "Yo, you can get 6 figures." I said, "Yo, that shit sounds too good to be true."
Word. I was looking at, when that paperwork came out, I was looking at that list, and there was like 17 daycares on Beatty Street. I was like, damn, they got all the motherfucking kids on the city on Beatty Street. God damn. I rode down Beatty Street. I ain't seen one motherfucking kid out there, bitch. There wasn't no bicycles. There wasn't even no toys in the yard. You know, they got them little houses, the little seesaws and shit. I ain't see a sandbox. I ain't see nothing.
Everybody was a baby.
I seen some Cadillacs though. I see some Cadillacs with some rims on it.
Yo, that was foul, yo, that list, yo.
It smelled like
a lot of the people
I
that did
forgot
it broke.
about that list, bro.
the list.
I was in the studio
Was
when
you
I
on
seen
it?
that list.
No, I'm just saying in general. I can't remember what movie that's from. The list. You on it?
Oh, nah.
But yeah, that list was crazy,
That
boy.
list
That's.
was real crazy.
I was looking. I said, dang, I know that. I said, oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Somebody I love dearly
Wild
was on that
times.
list.
Wild times.
And I ain't even gonna say it.
That'd be crazy to see right there.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess we'll see with the whole Trump one big beautiful bill how it rolls out in the next year or so. And
Oh, I do know something
What's
that
that?
if you guys if anyone here gambles at all, that if you
I
that
might.
you still have to pay on 10% of your winnings even if you lose it.
hold on. Rewind.
Losing.
Yes.
Say that again.
So you know how like you go to the casino and you win say a couple $1,000,
Yeah.
$10,000, you still owe on 10% of that winning even if you lose it.
Like if you lose it betting.
Yeah,
over,
so if like say we go to the casino, like
you
we all
won,
go,
and
and I win, and they come up to you and they say like, hey, do you want to pay your taxes on it?
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's cool, because then you think you're gonna lose it,
Yeah.
and then you do. Because
Still
it is
got it.
reported to the government, you still, even if you lost it, you still have to pay on 10% of it.
Was that just passed? Or
It
that
was.
been a
That's
thing?
part. That was added into that big beautiful bill.
All right, so that's still good for y'all.
You know how many
right
people
now.
are gonna get stung from that?
A lot.
A lot
Yeah, that's
of people.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Because the sports betting and just betting in general is so huge now.
Yeah.
People are making a lifestyle out of it.
Nah,
Is-
for
but
real.
is it,
career
is it
out of it.
required that they have to notify you, like, hey, that's how I want. Does it work
Well, I
like
mean,
that?
if you get over
usually,
10,000,
yeah, you usually get a a
W-2?
if you went over
W9.
10,
W9?
yeah, if you went over
Yes.
10,000,
I said that.
immediately they have to come and do that. Like,
Yes.
because
Federal?
'cause
No,
anything
he's asking
over
about the-
10,000.
No, he's asking about the sports bet because the
Oh,
sports,
sports bets
Yeah.
will let
Yeah,
you know.
but anything over 10,000, that automatically goes to the government. So it automatically
Yeah.
goes. So you don't
sports
have.
bet 600
Well, are you saying if they notify the person or if they notify the government?
person. Like,
Okay.
like, hey, you but I know because I sports bet, but I
Yeah.
know 600 is the limit.
Yeah.
Where they get you have to pay taxes on it. So I imagine they immediately report. it.
Yeah, but anything over 10,000, it's just like if you went and you spent 10,000. As soon as you spend that transaction goes through, the government's gonna get a notification that you spent that much money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know the exact process after that, but I know that the government knows. Oh, he just spent over 10,000, so now they're gonna make
gonna
sure
come
that they
at you.
flag you
Yep.
to see what you got going on.
There's also a limit in Vegas.
But yes.
Your bet. If it's under 10,000, they will monitor your bet.
But yes, that was added into
what did he
that
just
big
say?
beautiful bill.
If the money's under 10,000 in Vegas, they won't monitor your bet.
They won't monitor it?
That's what I heard.
That's what he said.
That don't sound real to me, bro.
I don't bet, so I don't.
You know how
really
many
care.
people that can't bet that much bet
Facts.
in Vegas? Like the majority of the money probably comes from smaller bets. You know what I
Sure
mean?
of it.
Yes.
Sure of it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't trying to change the topic or nothing, but this vegan pizza is
It was good.
fire. Son, I done almost ate the whole thing over
Let
here.
me see.
That's
Let me
what.
see. Hold the pan up. Oh, you wasn't playing.
That
I
ain't no
even-
almost.
I ain't even see you
That
bite
ain't
it.
no almost. You got
That
two
shit
more pieces.
fire.
I ain't even see you
Right?
bite
He
it.
was over there
Yo,
going,
Hey,
just snorting it over there.
I was putting it right in my vein. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Quest, I know you're not talking.
Yes, I am.
Well, you should
show-
have
you showed
you
the
should have
pizza.
seen that brother at my house on Friday.
Didn't
He
eat.
couldn't even talk.
Yo, but I don't know what he talking
He
about.
said, "I got all the protein I need over here in this corner."
And I left
Sound
with
like you did it up over there, man.
did. He
Nah,
did
but
it.
yo, I ain't gonna lie, that pizza was fire, son. You could, I ingested, smelled it. You could say whatever you want to. That shit was delicious.
No, I said you
Shout out,
smelled
what's son's name again?
Marco.
Marco. Yo, the vegan cheese pizza was delicious, bro. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just had to say it.
No, the pizza's awesome. And again, just because you have a dietary restriction or you want to have a different eating lifestyle doesn't
know
mean
what?
you have to eat
That's so
bad
cool.
I'm gonna
food.
start ordering
so
pizza
cool.
from here because
Yes.
I'm
thinking.
you know what I'm saying? Because it just
Yo,
tastes
yo.
different.
Do y'all
It tastes
do that
like real
different?
food as
Do you
opposed
make
to
it from
like.
Do y'all do that different
Yes.
days than today?
All the pizzas made from scratch.
That's why
He makes the dough every day.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Also, that you can order pizza any day of the week.
You say Wednesday?
Wednesday through Saturday. Today is a special one because
Oh.
usually we have the taco truck who isn't here today.
Yeah. This is my new pizza spot.
Hey,
I would have never thought that, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, they got some
Oh
good
yeah,
food here,
and
man.
we have the tequila bar, so you can get a margarita and margarita. Margarita pizza, margarita.
Oh man. This is why James don't ever want to leave here.
Oh no, that. Why do you think I promoted him? I had to keep him.
He's doing his thing, huh?
Yes, sir.
No, that's good. That's good.
I gotta go check out my bill.
It's
man.
fire.
Oh, you're fine,
I would.
James.
With that one. With that one
got
up there,
$7 for
that
you.
one up there,
I'll help
you
you out.
gotta watch that one.
Oh, I know.
You better.
Hey, you
it.
told
Fire.
me 2 drinks, right?
He up there like,
I told him 2 drink max, right?
nah. He said to keep his tab open. Yo, so not to get off topic, but I want to play a video for you guys. Any of you guys familiar with the whole flooding in Texas?
Me and my wife were just talking about it. It was like 20 deceased.
It's like up to 50 something now.
Wow.
Yeah. Sad, man. Sad.
The bill that he passed defunded the weather program to notify people that there's a flood coming.
No,
What city?
Yes.
Texas. Oh,
it's
I
in
don't know what city.
Because when I went to in 2016, there was a flood right after I left Houston.
what?
Yeah, so I'm wondering what city, because it was a crazy flood that would
I
have
ain't
left
gonna
us
lie.
stuck there.
To read stuff like this, I need the glasses that I never wear.
Oh, we also defunded FEMA, so.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So so we're not gonna let them know when there's an issue, and then we're not gonna help them after.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I got it.
Every time I hear that, it reminds me of Kanye when he was like, George Bush does not like black people.
Well, as we know, Trump is a automatic response to having our first black president.
100% agree.
So I don't think it was just George Bush,
100%
which is
agree.
really, really sad. If that is the commentary on politics in America.
I actually kind of like George
Doesn't
Bush.
say the city or the town or city. I'm talking about the Texas flooding, but it says at least 51 killed in Texas floods. Dozens of girls still missing. Sad. And we're gonna keep
Wait,
this
just
one.
girls?
Well, now it says dozens of girls still missing because there were a couple.
I don't like that at all. That gives
Oh,
me
you know
bad
what?
vibes.
I didn't even think about that.
Right?
I didn't think about
If
that.
there are just girls missing,
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
That's a little suspect.
That's a little sus.
So
You know
okay,
what's
so
crazy?
only thing.
I consume this news as like the average media consumer without
just
thinking.
reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and this is the caption on the video before I even play it. Why would you even put that in a caption?
Clickbait.
Exactly. Like, why can't it? Like, if it's just people, that's different.
Yeah,
but
but say
if
people.
It
girls,
could be clickbait, but there's so much shit going on with these kids getting
right?
taken.
But like, kids are getting taken. They're being trafficked.
Like they're literally getting taken from
Yes.
all over the
And
world.
it's been going on like that for decades.
Yes. And the fact, I'm gonna say, just because you read the caption that says
Yeah.
girls, that's a little sus, right?
No, I agree.
What happened?
The caption in the flood says that there's still dozens of girls missing. It doesn't say people.
Wow.
So that's a little weird.
Oh my, it does.
Why is
That's
it just
Texas.
girls?
That's Texas.
So the only thing
That's the only thing.
and I can't justify anything. Is there an all-girls school around where the flooding
Well,
is?
that's what I'm wondering. Like,
You know,
we haven't obviously we haven't watched. It's interesting because it's the news caption that says girls, The video that you're looking at just says dozens missing after flooding. It's the news caption that says girls.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, now it would make sense if in that area there was an all-girls school and it got lost in translation. But
So what city was it? We figured that out yet?
huh?
We figured the city out yet?
Yeah, what is the city?
No,
What city was it?
I don't think he mentioned the city.
I couldn't imagine Texas having an all-girl anything, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they kind of hate us girls down there
Texas is
too.
crazy.
Even though they have a great song, but that's all about it.
So
Only thing good about Texas.
Did you
is the
figure out what
Cowboys.
city, Cap?
now
Unless all the X's are all of
Okay.
George Strait's X's are in the same school.
I'm looking at it right now. It says Central Texas, particularly in Hill Country region.
Was it Kerr or
Kerr
Kerr?
County. And it said the city directly affected.
Kerrville and Hunt.
Yeah, Kerrville. Yep, Kerrville and Hunt.
Let me play this news audio. Typically we would play the video, but audio should suffice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Pick up along the road here, just beside the Guadalupe River. We just saw a truck drive by hauling an excavator. We've seen other people hauling boats, looking to get in on those search and rescue efforts that are continuing throughout the night and into today. We want to show you, though, Camp Mystic. You can see some people walking around, going inside of that cabin that's there closest to us. Inside of those cabins, that's where the youngest campers were being housed as those floodwaters reached the top of the roof there. They're carrying boxes in and out. We're not sure exactly what they're taking out, but this is all part of those rescue and recovery missions that are continuing, trying to find the more than 20 girls who are still missing.
Oh, so it sounds like it was an all-girl camp.
Okay, that makes more sense. That is a very misleading
Yeah.
caption, though.
So
And it still sounds sus, but
It still sounds.
I didn't even hear about this. Like, did a levee break or something? Like, what happened?
It was flash flooding.
Okay, so just a storm.
those are bad.
They got double the rain that was predicted. And
And Texas is flat.
Right.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is very flat.
Now I'm curious if there were actually males at these camps too.
They're also way below sea
Usually,
level.
sometimes the counselors are guys.
Yeah.
But the fact that the whole boxes thing is a little weird too.
Yeah. I mean, like the missing, was it a co-ed camp? Because if it was,
Right.
it's still kind of abnormal that you're
You're
just
not worried
Just
specifying
the
as men.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying just the youngest campers, which were girls.
Yeah.
And they're it just sounds. Of course, that's the way it's being packaged to us, but it's still a little
Texas
weird.
is a hard state to understand.
Oh, Texas is a hard state to
That guy looks
understand.
like Tom
So
Green.
good luck with that caption.
I've never been there. Hot as heck out there too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, not Texas.
Humid hot
It's
or dry hot or a little bit of both?
A little bit of
probably
A
both.
little bit of
both,
both, depending on where you're at. If you're closer to the Gulf, it's going to be that
The Gulf of what?
Gulf of Mexico.
Mexico.
You can't trip me up at all. It took me a second. I was like, wait, they changed the name, but it's still Mexico.
Yeah, it is. That's one of my favorite comedians. He said they talk about the Mexicans in America. He said some of them didn't cross the border. The border crossed them. He said there was a lot of people in California or a lot of Mexicans back when it was called Mexico.
That's true.
Oh,
though.
we're New Mexico, Arizona, Texas.
That's what I'm
That's
trying to
the
go to
most
Arizona and find me a
disrespectful
chick. They
shit
need
anyway.
a green
New
card.
Mexico said disrespectful.
Oh, you'll have the best Tex-Mex in Arizona. You want it if you like spicy. You want the
I love spicy.
You want Christmas sauce.
Christmas sauce? What's that?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a green sauce and a red sauce.
Oh, okay. Yep, I know
Yeah,
what you're
it's
talking
going to be very, very spicy.
about. Yeah, I'm good to go with that. Kind of made my nipples hard.
You could have kept that to yourself.
My bad,
I don't
bro.
think I
It's a
needed to
podcast.
know
I thought we
that.
was sharing.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were sharing, bro.
I don't think anybody wanted any of that shit.
I'm saying, would it be mindful?
I love how everyone stopped
about my
talking.
nipples?
I loved how no one started
Yeah.
talking while you
Yeah.
were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
For sure.
Crickets. Oh man. So anything else everybody wanted to talk about?
That's crazy.
Nephew over here like, oh my God,
That's
that
crazy.
pizza sounded so good.
That's crazy. You missed it, Jada. We'll fill you in.
Oh man. They
gotta use those, man.
Yo, I did have
We
on
will
the
wash them. It's fine.
You throw it out.
That's stupid.
I put the breast milk down there.
Oh, Jetta, I know you're not talking. We be making keys at Home Depot. Stop messing with me.
Hoodie lactate, sugar free
I don't
you.
got headphones on.
Yeah, he don't give a damn.
I can't hear the nigga.
That's crazy.
Yo, I don't know, man.
Don't worry about it, Jetta.
What you got on that list?
The last topic that I had on the list before we just freestyle to oblivion was discussing with nephew the nature of his travels and why he's leaving. Even though he briefly touched on it in the beginning, like, give us the background story on why you choose to leave.
Not too complicated. I don't see a path for success in Elmira anymore. Like at the moment, I feel like a tree in a field.
Yeah.
And the field is comfortable, but it's also sucking the nutrients out of me. You know what I mean? Obviously, the pending divorce, the split with my wife, that helps.
I was gonna say something funny, but I said, nah, he's going in, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, job lined up, fresh, like who gets a fresh start at 40? Like, you're never going to get that opportunity again. It's like something I had to take.
Very rare.
You know what I mean? I was like, I could stay here and be comfortable, but be comfortable and broke and miserable and not really liking life. Or I could shake the shit up. You know what I mean?
You got a family out there, friends, right?
Nah, I got a homeboy I grew up with in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, that's
My
official.
my only thing is, this is my only thing. You can't, I wish you well. You know I love you to death. I want you to be great. I want you to be great.
I want to hear the butt.
But
There it is.
I want you to be great no matter where you're at. Because if you go to Arizona with a fresh start, with the same mindset here in Elmira, with the same work habits, with the same situations that you're dealing with here, and you go out there with it, it's not going to work because you
My
can't
work
do the
habits are fine.
It's not. That's
No,
not.
I think he's.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the things that you're working on with yourself, the things that you personally are working on to better with yourself. If you can't get a hold of them here, I guess my question is how are you going to manifest changing yourself there with a place where you're less comfortable? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, because it's like
that's a good question. Let him answer though, because
I don't think I'm less comfortable there. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm scared but excited. I'm comfortable being miserable here. It's a miserable comfortability. Like I'm not really comfortable, but I'm so comfortable. It's kind of hard to explain.
I think that's common for people though. Like you get complacent is more the word.
Yeah, you should let that
but
live
then
right
some
there.
people
You
are
don't
more
get it, don't get it.
along the lines of actually being miserable, and that's a little deeper than being complacent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I feel like in Arizona, I got the job lined up. I got the place to stay. Finances at least for the time being are going to be split between me and the homie. I'll be able to stack bread. I don't have to deal with the problems that I'm dealing with here, where I feel like I have to raise my grandkids. You know, like I've done my job. My son's 27. My daughter's 23. I can go. Like I've done my job. There's nothing keeping me.
True.
So
I understand that. I guess what I'm saying is so even here, you take care of your crib, you work on your finances, you do all that, right? So what I want from you is, I'm going to Arizona to do what? How is Arizona gonna make you, Christopher? I ain't gonna say your whole government.
Andre Francis Coleman, bro.
There you go.
Wow, we ever named you.
But
Are you mad?
No.
But what I'm saying is I want to know what you're gonna do to change yourself, to make yourself better out there.
I'm not going there to change myself. I'm changing my environment, bro.
Sometimes it's just geography.
Can I ask a question real quick? Liz, why did you ask that question?
Which one?
When you said, I know you were just playing, but you said, are you mad at him? What made you say that?
Oh, because the government named him. He used his
Government
full
named
name.
himself. That was him.
I got a question.
So he's mad at himself for government naming himself. But may I just say, I've lived everywhere, and sometimes it's just geography.
Yeah, I said Elmira is sucking me dry.
It's a
bro.
black
Yes.
hole.
I got a question though, because I moved 3 times. 3 times I tried to get out of here, sucked me right back. Thing that sucked me right back, pause. That sounds crazy. Hey, yo, But the thing that brought me back though was the fact that I did miss my kids. I know you said that your son's older. My kids were young, but you have grandchildren too that you helped raise. Do you think that you'll miss them enough? If you're going through some shit out there and it's like fucking your head up, you think you'll miss them and bring them back, or that'll bring you back here?
I don't. I'm not 100% sure because that they're literally my favorite people in the world. I think that I need to be strong enough to do what I need to do for myself and not. I was just telling my mom this because she was talking about moving to Elmira to live with me, and I just told her I'm moving to Arizona. She said, well, what am I going to do? And I said, Ma, it's time for me to live my life for me and stop living for
You said you're 40? You said you're 40 and your son 27?
Yeah, it's a step kid.
Okay, because the math right there was
but just to stop my part of the questioning, that's what I wanted to hear. Because you can change your environment, and sometimes that's a great situation. But the motivation that you have to say, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to give myself the excuse to do that.
Right.
And so that's what I wanted to hear. Because you can change your environment, but if you're not going to work on changing who you are to match and be better in your environment, then it's not going to work. But I can rock with that. The motivation, I can definitely rock with that. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want you to go out there and think because you're not in Elmira, you can't run from that girl. You got to run.
So you don't have it right now.
No.
You're going as like an apprentice.
Yes.
Almost. Oh, that's official, man. Plumbers make money, man.
Yeah, they're gonna. I'm gonna be working. Go ahead.
The only advice I got for you, bro, is it sounds like a great opportunity, but I highly recommend you don't go and freestyle it. When I say freestyle it, it's just go out there, live, and go for it week by week. Like you literally within yourself should write down goals for yourself.
Yeah.
And try to put timetables on them, because the last thing you want to do is be out there and you tag teamed up with your homeboy for over a year splitting bills and depending on another grown man. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you said that because that's kind of how I'm feeling here. That's one of the reasons I'm leaving. I'm feeling like it's weak. It's been hard to catch up since the split. Like everything, all bills are now on me. You know what I mean? The dog got left with me, which I wouldn't matter. The car that I had, she didn't pay the insurance. That shit was gone. So I had no whip. I'm dependent on somebody for a car. Everything was just piling up, and it's so hard to catch up. Like when this opportunity came, I was like, you mean I can just say fuck everything and go?
But definitely when you write this for yourself, and you don't even have to share it with anyone, but write them down so that you can manifest and look at and meditate on your goals, and then create step goals, small goals to reach those big goals. You know what I'm saying? Like try to be realistic with it, but definitely I highly encourage you to write down your goals personally, brother.
It would be the same thing that I'm doing with the weight loss.
Yes, just like that.
I think my bad.
No,
I think it kind of doubles back to what Hoodie's initial comment and question was. Like, what are you going to do that's different to help you better prepare yourself? You can't predict what's going to happen 100%, but just to be more stable and to make sure you're not doing the same thing there that you are here, what are you going to do to prepare before you go?
I say the same thing I said to Hoodie. I don't really feel like I need to do too much different. I got put behind the 8 ball here. So this opportunity is getting me out from that. Like I go to work every day, I stack, but what I am doing is I didn't rush into the decision and leave in 2 weeks. I'm gonna pay my rent, so I don't screw my landlord, but I'm stacking 2 or 3 more checks. So I go down there with $2,600 in my pocket. Go down there, start work immediately. I'm not gonna take a week or 2 off or a month off type shit. But this move is basically just to get from behind all the shit that's been piled up on me. Like there's a lot on my shoulder, and I'm just not strong enough to squat it no more.
Do you know the minimum wage
This is
out
somebody
there?
taking. Nah, but I know my boy makes like $37 an hour.
Yeah. He's a plumber?
Yeah.
Plumbers make a lot of money.
Are you going under his apprenticeship?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Treat that good.
So
man.
I just met you today, I think, but I hope you do really well. And sometimes going and getting out of your comfort zone, because like you're comfortable here and you're complacent, and sometimes going into a new place will challenge you to step out of that. Like you're gonna meet new people. Don't just hang out with your friends, with the guy you're going down there with or meeting up down there. Like go out there, go meet people.
Yeah.
Like and sometimes like go try something new. Go zip line across the Grand Canyon.
He can't zip line yet.
He's stupid. But I would say I've done this before. The first time it worked out, I met my wife here. I moved from Florida.
Oh, okay.
to here.
Yeah.
To meet my father.
So
for the
you
first
know what
time.
it's like. You know what
And,
it's
you know
like.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They got married, so I mean, we'll see what happens.
Well,
Yeah.
you went from the south to the north, now to the west.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
the
lot of change.
Hey.
Yeah, the
That's a
furthest
lot of
west I've
change.
been so far is St. Louis, so this can be kind of dope. Plus, I know they get the Grand Canyons out there. We're not too far from Cali. I
Right.
want to go see some redwoods. Those are.
Go.
No,
know,
it's
man.
great. No, it's really nice out there.
I just, like I said,
Gotta get
I gotta get the weight off the shoulder, and this seems like the best way to get it off.
And yo, the best
feel you.
thing too, get your ass in the gym.
We already talked about
yo,
that.
I know, but I'm gonna keep reiterating it because you haven't been in this motherfucker since you've been here since a couple of times.
Yeah.
Get into the gym and really focus on your diet and your health and your vice.
That'll change your
Oh,
whole
man.
perspective.
And stay
That's the biggest.
hydrated.
Yo, that's big time, bro. Like, I want you to be successful and I want you to be super healthy because when you hit 40, bro, like, you really can't be complacent on your health because that shit will nosedive. You gotta fight, bro. You gotta fight to have a long health span, not just lifespan, but health span, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's for real. Glad though you making the change though, because change is always needed, man.
Yeah, we all can do something to improve ourselves and our standings. I think there isn't. I don't think I've ever met, and I probably will never meet anyone other than Miss Grace, God rest her soul, that was not in need of any change. You know what I mean? She was like an angel. You know what I mean? What would I do, or what would you guys do to improve yourselves? What would I do? Shit, I'd save more money. I'd be more responsible with my
More
with
physically
my funds.
responsible.
Yeah, because it's not about the generating; it's the damn.
How much can you hold on to?
Yeah.
That's my biggest focus this year. Like when we spoke about me trying to maintain my business account
Yeah.
and paying myself, you know, I've been real blessed with the magical moments, but I've been trying to keep most of the money in my bank account and pay myself bit by bit. Just
Buy
to try-
one less pair of Jordans, bro.
I haven't bought shoes in 3 years. I haven't even been doing it. And plus, I only really need one.
Plus,
So
I
can
need
get
some
them
too,
half
and I know
off.
you got some that you don't wear.
No, I
more.
can't. No, I ain't got it.
So what is it that you would do to what would you do different or to
Me?
change? Yeah.
So my
Just
biggest
so we can go around the room and get
my biggest
something
thing
from
is
everybody.
I see it, I like it, I'm gonna get it because I got it, and so I have to stop being an impulse shopper or impulse spender. I remember I took Jariah and I called Quest. I said, "Yo, Quest, they got this, they got that, they got this," and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get that." I mean, and he gave me my bread right back, but at the same time, I could have not did a whole bunch of other things like that, impulse spending. So my biggest thing is to be more responsible with my spending. If I absolutely need it, then I'll get it.
You know what I do? I don't really spend money on myself like that. I'll give my kids money they don't need. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all adults.
Feels better, huh?
I got 2 in college. My oldest doesn't really need money from me. But there's been times, I think I told you, when I paid to get his car fixed and put tint on his car just because I was like,
Yeah,
I want to do this, and at the end of the day, I didn't have to do that. They didn't need it. They have their own funds. If anything, let them earn the money. So when it comes to my kids that are in school, like my daughter went to a concert last week. I just sent her like $250 just because I was like, here, but she didn't actually need it. You know what I'm saying? She was good. She didn't. If she would have asked me, I should have given it to her then. But she's responsible enough to know that. So I do impulsive things like that.
I had a question for Hoodie based on his impulse, because what you described normally is a characteristic of somebody who grew up without nothing, but you grew up with both parents, and you had. So where do you think that shit comes from? To where like you see it and I gotta have it.
No, it's not so much of it of I have to have it. I think a lot of it is even though I grew up with in my household had 2 parents, but my parents were like I am. I don't give my daughter everything. I give her everything she needs. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, would my dad buy me a pair of Jordans? Yeah, maybe, but I was more of a Nike guy. So like my obsession with Jordans is because my dad said, nah, bro. I mean, in the 90s, he's like, nah, I'm not spending $130 on these sneakers for you to tear them up. Nah, absolutely not. So I like Jordans because those are the Jordans that I wasn't able to get. So, but I'm not that fixated on shoes anymore. But it's just simple
Just
things.
in general.
Like I bought a tent. I bought a 10 by 30 foot tent because it was on sale. Because I needed it. Remember I showed you. I was like, yeah, it was $500, but I got it for $125. So I was like, yeah, let me get that.
I do it.
which isn't a bad thing per se because I can rent it out. But some things I buy is just because I want to.
I would. Well, I cut out weed, so I'm more sober now. I got a new job. I'm about to get my CDL license. So the changes I would make are the changes I'm in the motion of making right now. Getting my armed security, my gun license, CDL, stuff like that. Just laser focus, really.
Amen to that.
I'm focused on focus right now.
Quest.
It's tough because I've already made the changes that, you know what I'm saying, that I would do differently. I'm already in that mode.
But what are those? That probably helps somebody. Because
We can't hear you.
I was saying it might take another level of analyzing yourself since you're so sharp with what you do, because everybody can be improved or do something to
for
improve
sure.
themselves
I mean,
or their positioning.
It'd be a minor adjustment to just go to another level of discipline, like having indulging of having a couple of drinks instead of once a week. And when I say indulge, like 2 or 3 on an off day that I earn that it's not going to mess up my progress. I would do it every other week. Or if I wanted to take it to another level, go back to doing it once a month. But everything else, I'm so dialed in, like, and my spending habits are on my health. So any free money that I get, you know what I mean, that's basically like allowance. It's expensive, and I'm not able to get everything I want every week.
I was gonna ask you ever have the months where you need certain supplements and you can't like just go get them right then and there?
I do, and then I have to figure out which one is my body needing more of right now. You know what I'm saying?
I would say looking out front or looking through the window, maybe like would you, I don't know, it's like spend more quality time with Jamie type shit? Like, is there anything in your relationship you would do different to make it better? Or
I mean, it's a great perspective, but the way our schedules and the way we are right now, it's great. Like, because she would let me know if I needed to make an adjustment, and my schedule is so regimented that it doesn't interfere with what we could be doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
y'all gotta understand it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got goals that that's already benefited her. The way that I conduct myself with my lifestyle and my diet has already spilled over to how she eats and how she takes care of her health. That wouldn't have happened if I wasn't so disciplined with mine and so consistent and encouraging. So, I mean, I'm already seeing the fruits of just my focus with her, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's tough, but I know there's something I could. I mean, maybe stop looking for new shoes to improve my performance. Like I'm already eyeballing some new running shoes because I'm on my running kick, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm holding off.
you could definitely
on that.
stop letting fat niggas cross you up and taking your knees from you.
Who you talking about?
Oh, that's how he fucked his knee up at the Gus Macker. Fat nigga crossed him up and he had to go left in the ambulance.
Number one.
By the way, before we get too far into it, everyone say hi to my husband. He's the one in the blue shirt right there.
Yo.
His name is Dave.
What up, Dave?
What about you, Liz?
That's
What
perfect timing.
improvements
It
would
was
you
perfect
make?
timing.
Perfect. Deb.
Improve my life. Honestly, I'd probably try not to. I'd probably look out for myself a little more because, again, like I'm always looking out for other people. I'm always looking out.
Does that look like saying no more? Or
Yeah,
doing more?
it's kind of like doing more for other people, taking their feelings into more account than my own sometimes.
Oh, nice. Fuck
So,
you.
yeah.
That's what you need to work on.
I do need to work on saying that to people.
Gotcha. Well, it's very important because your health is more
Yes.
important than anybody, really.
See, it's funny I say that, but I'm like, well, no, because like I make sure like Lex isn't always in the kitchen because it's so hot there, and I'm always like, yeah, hey, have you had something to drink today? Like, are you drinking what? Like, yeah, I'm very, very much like that, and I do the same thing where like my daughter didn't need it, but I just sent her money too. So no, totally get it.
Fuck them kids.
Definitely.
Well, I also look at it. I'm like, yeah, like you're 22. Like I shouldn't be sending you money.
I'm like, my daughter, she normally never asks me for money. She hit me the other day. She's like, you got $15? I didn't even respond. I just sent it.
Yeah, you just send it.
And she
Like,
was like, you're the best. Thank you. I love you. I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah, my son did that too a couple weeks ago. He's like me in that regard. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I'm gonna get it.
Yes.
Make you feel good, man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So for him to ask me, it was like, oh yeah, I got you. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Didn't have to ask, why do you need it? Like, because you never asked. It's just like, I'm happy I can
never,
do it.
Yeah.
I never want to know why. Like, if
Yeah.
I ask somebody for money and you ask me why, I'm just going to be like, I don't need it.
Yeah, but never mind.
Right.
Like
Like, I
if
don't
somebody's
need it.
asking, they need it, and you don't need to know why.
Facts.
And-
Just know I'm giving it back to you. That's all you need
Yeah.
to know.
Shit, some people ain't getting it back.
Some people ain't getting that
See,
at all.
I always look at it that if I'm
people
going to
don't
give
need
you money and you need it, I'm not going to ever ask you
Yeah,
for it
no,
back.
no.
Somebody ain't getting it back.
I'm giving it back just because I might need it again.
Yes, I mean I'm going to give it back, but if somebody
what I
asks
mean?
for
Well,
money,
sometimes
yeah.
you've extended yourself to certain people. So many. You ever
Yes.
you ever
No, I can see
spend
what
your
you're saying.
life giving certain people things that you? This is one of the killers. You've looked out for somebody so many times, right? And then that one time when you have that discussion about that or being paid back, and they say, "Oh, I didn't ask you for that." Somebody ever say that to you?
Yeah.
When they throw it in your face, like, I didn't
Well, I
ask
didn't
you for
ask you
that.
to help me.
Yeah, you just because I love you and I was looking out for you. And now you're telling me that I can't remind you that I asked you to pay me back one time out of the 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So I remind you, like, yo, I looked out for you mad times. I'm asking you this one time to pay me back the $250. Oh, I didn't ask you all those
That
other
shit's
times.
infuriating.
Yeah, it is.
I think
I
it's
can tell you
pride
what.
more than anything else on their
Yeah.
end. They're ashamed that they needed to ask for it and they haven't been able to
Yeah.
pay you back yet.
Or there's
I think that, but I mean, you also get into like other personality types.
That's
and
almost
all,
like
but-
asking for your vacuum cleaner back. You know what I mean? Like somebody borrowed
are
something
you the
from
one
me
that
for
took it
so
from me?
long. Maybe. Somebody borrowed something for so long. You gotta borrow the shit back that you let them borrow.
I'm guilty of that. I ain't gonna lie. I borrowed
Oh, I've
stuff.
definitely done
Like,
that.
yo, can I borrow my vacuum cleaner, bro?
I
Oh, it
learned
was
my
yours?
lesson.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson through all of y'all because I don't deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm very selfish with me and mine. I
Yeah.
can't lie. You gonna really have to. I really gotta trust you, or I gotta see you need it.
Hey, let me
After
borrow
that,
$10, though.
Hey, I got 7 for you.
I'll take it. Shit, that'll give me.
Everybody should say hi to Taylor too.
Hi,
What
Taylor.
up, Taylor?
He said, I'm gonna give you that $7 with a contract attached.
Yeah, and they got interest out of you.
You gotta
owe me
sign
10.
for that $7.
He gonna owe me 10 by the time it come back.
So all I got is 7. That's all I'm saying. All I got is 7.
That's a hey now.
He gonna pay you back in sugar-free weed cookies.
I mean, shit.
Diddy's
Wait.
goodies.
Who's making?
Oh shit.
Don't eat those things. You won't wake up the next morning. That shit's ridiculous.
Well, no, I'm not gonna eat them because there's no sugar in them.
Yeah, he had me high.
I'm
for 2
sorry.
days.
Listen, Liz. Don't listen
Yeah,
to
he
these
hot for 2
raggities
days, bro.
because the only
John, am I lying, bro?
these raggities. Don't
John
listen
been
to the
high for 2 days
raggities.
too. Like I'm not fucking with this dude, bro.
Yo, it's scary work. It's
It's
scary
Nah,
work.
because they just soft as a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I actually think they're soft because they toned it down a little bit
Yeah,
because
see?
I'm sitting here.
See what I'm saying? They just soft as a bitch, Liz.
I mean, I
you
got
be
some
alright.
jokes, Liz. I can tell the jokes. You want to tell the jokes. You know what I mean?
Hell nah, hell nah, hell
Nah,
nah.
we don't need that shit.
Nah,
man.
fuck
Not
that.
tonight. Not tonight.
Fuck that.
You know,
They
but,
told me about 3 jokes before that camera came on, and we don't need
Yeah,
that on
yeah,
there.
That shit was hilarious.
We.
That shit was hilarious.
I just put the headphones on, so I don't even know what I walked into. So I'm gonna just sit that one out.
Yeah,
just talking
we're,
about emo
we're just
people.
gonna let that one go.
Yeah,
We was talking about emo.
But now,
Nah.
we definitely want to thank you, Liz, for letting us pull up here, man. The pizza
Yeah.
was great.
Pizza was
Yeah.
The
fire.
food was
Yeah.
great, man.
Thank you so very
Always
much.
happy to have you guys.
We the only thing is we were trying to get out here a little earlier. So
I wasn't. I ain't got
No.
nothing to do.
Only thing I was saying was because nephew said he was gonna salsa, but the
Oh,
band is
yeah.
done.
Oh, it's
So
okay.
now
We'll
we
put
can't
some
salsa.
salsa music on
But
But
for
we
you.
might have to put
Did
some salsa
they
music
leave
on.
already?
Yeah, they packing up.
Oh man, I was
So-
telling.
All you need is a tambourine. He'll get it done.
You know what I'm saying?
That's, I know.
I'll
it.
beatbox. How about that?
There we
Oh,
go.
All we need is a megaphone. A
Oh, we
bullhorn.
can totally change.
We don't even need to be. You just say, you just run the megaphone and I just get it going.
I honestly was looking forward to seeing him out there in front of everybody in full confidence,
Word up.
getting
And
it.
for, yeah, I don't know why y'all doubt me, bro.
He
I'm
did come
from
in some-
Miami. I salsa dance, bro. I bachata. So I know all that shit, bro.
You ain't from Miami.
Okay.
You was in Tampa.
He's in
He from
Ocala.
Brickell.
Oh, you was in Ocala? That's
from
even
Brickell.
higher up. Actually, opposite sides.
I'm from Broward County. Holiday.
You ain't from Broward County.
That's Brickell too.
It's okay. I was in St.
from
Augustine,
Brickell.
Ocala,
Ain't nobody
Tampa.
from Brickell. Ain't nobody literally from Brickell.
But that's okay because in 2 weeks they'll be back and you can come salsa with us then.
Yeah, right before I leave. Be good too. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna have my little chest hairs out, full
listen.
Miami style with a gold chain.
We're not gonna let that
I'm
go
at the
over our
curls
heads.
going.
Yeah, that's why I'm
In
going to
2
remind
weeks.
everybody in 2 weeks.
So we'll set the date right here, right now.
Done.
That will come
Yo.
back in 2 weeks, and
And
then
if
Yes.
we
we have to start with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. With
You
that
salsa
camera
dance.
right there.
Yes.
Yo,
Everybody can film it.
you gonna get on the stage out in Arizona with the comedy?
I
You
might.
should try that. There's a big crowd out there, man. That'll change your whole life.
You have a
I'm
lot
telling
of
I've been writing a
time.
little bit too.
A lot of time.
you. For real. You used to go out there with a whole 2-hour set just to make sure they good. And do 15 minutes
Yo,
for
nah,
what?
that's a goal, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
You've
goal.
been saying that shit.
That's a goal,
that.
man.
I look forward to hearing from you in a month or 2 or 3 with progress reports.
Yes.
Yeah, for
I
real.
just want to be able to come out there and visit and stay
That's
at
where
your
I-
house.
that's where I was
and
getting
eat all
to.
your food and drink up all your liquor. I ain't bringing nothing. I'm just gonna bring me and my
I'm
leg
trying
and
to
a
pull
change
up.
of leg.
Year and a half. I'm
I'll
trying
bring,
to pull up.
I'll bring
bro.
whatever. I just want to come through and kick it, and
Facts.
you show us around, and
Yeah.
excitement in your voice, because obviously you used the word miserable earlier. I don't think you're miserable, but I think you're fed up with the current position, right?
It's close.
So to hear the opposite from you in 3 to 6 months,
You winning
Well, we're
already.
calling you. They're going to call you on the podcast.
yes, we are. He knows that.
I was
Special
actually
guest.
thinking that. I was like, yo, y'all should have a nephew question of the day at the end of the podcast.
Nephew
Every
question
just
of the
ring me.
day.
Every pod.
Just ring me. Be
All we
like,
gotta
nephew,
do
here's
is-
the question.
Bluetooth
And we
the
be
phone.
plugged in from Elmira to Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm about to put everybody on. I got to get some
What?
shirts to hand out.
Hoodie, can you get his size shirts made?
Oh, this nigga, here we
Yeah,
go.
they,
I bought blankets at Walmart.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh!
That was funny as fuck.
Hey, the kids come lay on nephew. You built like a twin bed. That motherfucker. Hey, Mindful Exchange Podcast. It's nice to talk to y'all.
James, what did you invite me
Now
to?
he want to end it. No get back.
Yo,
You dirty, bro. You a sniper.
hold up.
That's funny as a bitch.
You a sniper.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be. Call me KD, bitch. I'm 50, 40, 90 in this motherfucker.
oh, man.
ARC.
Word up. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we definitely wish you a lot of luck and journey on your path, man.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm petrified, but I'm excited.
Ain't no reason to be mad.
Wait, hold up.
Hey, thank you guys for having me join
wait,
your.
right before you go, Liz.
Oh,
one more
I'm not
time.
allowed to leave yet?
One more time.
Okay. What do you want me to
talking
talk
about
about?
earlier? Your role is the manager. What's going on here today?
Pizza.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
Salsa.
The salsa just
Yeah,
ended
just
at
recap real
7.
quick,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, it's salsa Sundays. We do salsa from 4 to 7 every other Sunday, but we do have music every Sunday.
Come on, man. Hold up.
And then
you in the way
we
of her
are
camera,
doing-
bro.
Camera, nigga.
You in the
Oh,
way
it's
of her
okay.
camera.
No, he's salsaing.
Please finish.
And then we had pizza today, but we also have the Maiva taco truck that comes on Sundays during salsa. And tonight we have our pizza until 8.
Until 8 o'clock.
Yes. And then
About
we
an
are
hour.
also having music out in the courtyard on Thursday nights.
Thursday as well.
Yes.
That's with Jay, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he does his thing.
Yes, he
He's
does.
really good at what he does.
You know, you the event coordinator. You supposed to know all the events.
He
I
is.
was just
You know
letting-
what?
I just got hired, nigga.
Yes.
just
Yes,
get
and
me
we are
fired.
excited, and I hope you all continue to give James a hard time about being promoted here because we're super excited to have him.
Congratulations, James.
Yay!
Oh, he got his clap fast.
Oh,
Yo,
we got
ain't,
right
he
on
ain't
that.
give her the clap earlier. That shit was mad late. But when we bigged him up, that motherfucker, he couldn't even get the clap out. He,
Oh, is that what those buttons do? I was just pressing all of them.
Yeah.
This is usually hoodies son. This is hoodies button.
Oh, that was...
shit! Hold on, we got some
All right, hold
songs
on.
for you. We got some songs for you.
You have songs for me?
This is one.
Gotta hear Coven. His song.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Then we should get him in a video dancing and shit like he was just doing a wave.
No, doing the salsa. Hey, thank you guys for having me.
Hey, like, comment, and
Yeah.
share, man. Follow us. Episode 105.
105?
105.
Podcast connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.